Yajnam. Yajnam is one of the most misunderstood aspects of the Vedic tradition. It is often reduced to a mere fire ritual or judged entirely through a few isolated historical practices. In reality, Yajnam is a much broader institution. It integrates worship, gratitude, discipline, charity, family responsibility, social cooperation, and spiritual growth. To understand it properly, we must first understand its meaning, purpose, different forms, and role in Vedic society. The Sanskrit root yaj means to worship, honor, and make a sacred offering. Thus, yajnam is an act of consciously offering something to the divine rather than retaining it solely for personal enjoyment. Although the words yajnam, yagam, and homam are often used interchangeably, they have slightly different meanings. Yajnam is the broader institution of sacred offering. Yagam generally refers to a larger organized Vedic sacrifice, and homam specifically denotes offering prescribed materials into the consecrated fire. The purpose of yajnam extends far beyond placing substances into fire. It expresses gratitude to the divine and the forces of nature, preserves harmony with dharma, and trains the individual to move from self centered enjoyment towards responsibility and service. Thus, yajnam is not merely a ritual but a discipline that cultivates character, devotion, and selfishness. Every yajnam is a carefully organized institution. The Yajamana undertakes the sacrifice, while in householder rituals, the Dharma Patni, the wife, is an indispensable ritual partner. Larger yajnams are conducted by trained Vedic priests, each performing a specific responsibility. Other essential elements include the sacred fire, offerings, Vedic mantras, and altar and dakshina, which supports the officiating priests as well as many people who assist directly or indirectly in the performance of the yajnam. The value of a yajnam depends not merely on the material offered, but on the correctness of the mantras, procedure, discipline, and intention. The Vedic tradition recognizes many kinds of yajnams. They may be nitya, that is performed as regular duties, naimitika, that is performed on special occasions, or kamya, that is performed for a desired result. They include domestic grihya rites, elaborate srauta sacrifices, havir yajnams using milk, ghee, grain, and sacrificial cakes, and soma yajnams where soma is the principal ritual offering. As Somayagams and rites involving animal offerings were limited to specialized or exceptional contexts, it would be misleading to regard them as representative of the Vedic institution of yajnams as a whole. The institution of yajnam also contributed greatly to society. Through Dakshina, it supported teachers, students, and ritual specialists, while workers, artisans, cultivators, and suppliers associated with the yajnam also benefited through wages, gifts, food, and local patronage. Public feeding and charitable distribution often extended its benefits to the wider community. In the way, Yajnam brought together householders, scholars, rulers, and villagers, preserved specialized knowledge through disciplined oral tradition, and cultivated gratitude, generosity, and social cooperation. Historically, most yajnams employed milk, ghee, rice, barley, grains, herbs, and sacrificial cakes. While a few specialized Srauta rituals had different forms, they should never be allowed to define the entire institution. Over time, elaborate Srauta sacrifices itself became less common, but their ideals continued through domestic homas, temple rituals, charity, mantra recitation, and other forms of sacred dedication. The benefits of yajnam may be understood at many levels. It develops discipline, gratitude, and self control in the individual, strengthens family participation in worship, promotes learning and charity in society, and spiritually purifies the mind, preparing it for devotion, meditation, and self knowledge. Today, discussions often focus almost exclusively on controversial subjects such as animal offerings, Somabanam and Surabanam, etc. These deserve careful study, but they should not be allowed to define the entire institution of Yajnam. In the next presentation, we shall examine these subjects in their proper historical and scriptural context.